Now, the next optical illusion I want to talk about is everybody's favorite New York Congresswoman, AOC Alexandria. Dang, I forgot her middle name. AOC Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. There we go. And so, full disclosure, I've been a supporter of AOC in the sense that I like that she is a voice of the people, somebody who is obviously younger. She unseated an incumbent. A she's trying to bring Washington, the Hill, up to date, right? I love it. I support it. Like, hey, bruh, I get it. Y'all are old, but y'all should have email addresses. Y'all probably should have social media. And I don't really care how you feel about social media, but if you are representing people who interact on social media, you should be aware of those platforms, right? So I don't want people to think that I am like just anti AOC. But, you know, great movie quote is you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I think AOC is gonna mess around and live long enough to see herself become a villain. One of the reasons why I struggle with pursuing a political career, it's not because I don't want to impact policy, because I do. Not because I don't think I have the brain capacity or the knowledge or like the reach to everyday people and the reach with those who are a bit disenfranchised from everyday people to try to bridge the gap and to create policies that work for people. I truly believe that I'm capable of doing that. Now, do I want to do all the things to get elected? No. You've heard some things I've said on this platform. Um, and do I want to sell my soul in order to keep my job to hopefully provide the perspective that's necessary? But I really can't make all the sweeping changes because I'm worried about making relationships. I'm worried about not pissing people off, and I'm worried about getting reelected. And I think that's what's happened to our young AOC, where she came in bright eyed, bushy tailed, ready to change the world. I'm going to go to Congress and change the world. I'm going to be young. I'm going to be left leaning. I'm going to represent the millennials and Gen Z. And I'm going to put my stamp on the House of Representatives. And then you're at the Met Gala. Now, I've never been to the Met Gala, but what I hear a ticket is $35,000 a pop. So, AOC, as somebody who's from the struggle, who's where the people come from, did you buy that ticket or was it bought for you? If you bought it, not saying that you can't have money, but for what you stand on, redistribution of wealth, taxing the rich, which we'll get into about your dress, that kind of like conflicts with what you're saying. It's kind of like an optical illusion. And then if you didn't buy it, it was given to you. Well, who bought it? And what was the price? What the price? You know what I mean? So when I see this, I go, oh boy, she came to make a statement to the rich people about taxing the rich people in New York, where people are taxed to hell. Not to say that taxing is fair, because I think it's not. I think the rich people could afford to be taxed a little bit more than they are. Um, I also am not mad at you for making a statement in the building in which you made the statement. But the problem that I have with it is you're in a a liberal echo chamber at the Met Gala. You know, all of you are there with your mask off because you have been vaccinated as you should be, but you're making the help wear a mask because oh whoa, you got to wear a mask because no one knows who you are, and yeah, we got to stay safe from COVID. But me, oh no, they know my face, they got to see my face. That goes into some of this COVID hypocrisy that we see. Like, hold on, you want to knock people for being places unmasked, but they're unmasked. Not to say that AOC has done that, but I'm saying like her following, the super liberal people out here, take that up. But then allegations come out that the designer of your tax the rich dress is a rich that's not being taxed or was being taxed but not paying the taxes. Now, you say you stand with the people, but your actions are saying that you are everything that you came here to fight against. You tell me that, when I talk about the people who say they want equality, but they really want superiority, it seems that you've become one of those who want superiority and not equality because you had an issue with the people in the room, not because they were in the room, but you had an issue because you weren't in the room. That's what I take from it, because here's what some of the hard left likes to do, the super liberals, right? They like to show up around their liberal friends and see who can be the most liberal. But here's the thing, if you actually want to create some change, if you actually want to enact policy, you probably want to hang out with people who think differently from you. And you probably want to look at your super liberal views, look at some super conservative views, then mesh those up and find some decently progressive, some progressive views, on some kind of conservative views, some more moderate views, and then that's where you find middle America. But the problem is when you have these far left individuals who only hang out in these far left places, they they start to believe that everybody thinks like them. They hang out on social media and thinks that what they see in their algorithm is what's happening in real life, but they take their boots off the ground because they become above us and they start levitating above us. And instead of like relaying how we want to live to those who make the decisions, or as a decision maker taking in what we want, they tell us what we should do. And all I'm saying is, look, AOC, I think you've done some great stuff, but when I see you at the Met Gala saying tax the rich, I go, well, Bangkok got her. Not to mention, Congress was upset. Apparently, that gift is a bit too much money that's acceptable by Congress. And apparently, you're not supposed to be pushing your agenda in Congress, outside of Congress. Now, I have no issue with that second one, but the issue with the gift and wearing the dress of a rich company who's not paying taxes, it's like, oh, what are we doing here? Here's the thing, man. Help me help you. Help me help you. Because I believe that politics corrupts us all. And I believe that anybody can be bought at the right price. And here's the thing. If you're for sale, just tell me you're for sale. Just keep it funky with me. Don't be an optical illusion. Let me see what I actually see. I want you to be what I see. I don't want to see something and you be something else. And that's what I'm afraid of. So if you're being bought, AOC, I just hope you're being bought for the right cause at the right price.